Hello, I'm Mike Lake, and welcome to the Dream Machine. We're here investigating a disappearance of a crew member. We're in Alicia's dream right now. So we have to go talk to the crew. Let's talk to this guy, see what he has to say. I'm investigating the disappearance of Victor 11. I'd like to ask you a few questions about it, if you don't mind. Shoot. How well did you know Victor 11? I knew him quite well, I guess. He is us, after all. We've shared cabins for the last couple of months. Which cabin would that be? Cabin 2, the one right next to yours. I'd like to check out where he lived. You wouldn't happen to have the key, would you? As strange as it might sound, I seem to have forgotten where I put it. Maybe you can do something for me to jog my memory. Like what? There's this guy down in the kitchen, Victor 84. He's just a prep chef, but for some reason he thinks he got the right to boss my waiters around. If you can find some way to teach that guy a lesson, I might be able to remember where I put the key. What type of lesson? Something that says, don't mess with the wait staff. Alright, I'll do that. Great. Come back once it's done, I'll give you the key. When was the last time you saw him? Last night, around 9 or 10. Where was that? In our cabin, as I was coming back from a shift, he was freshening up. Said he had a meeting with somebody on the sun deck. Ooh. I don't know, but he seemed pretty antsy. Got himself perfumed to the gills, so naturally I thought he was seeing some skirt from the passenger section. You didn't ask? We're not allowed to consort with passengers, but if one of us does, I tend to look the other way. What happened next? I tried to cover his morning shift, thinking he was off on cloud 9, but when he didn't show up for lunch, I started to suspect something was wrong. What did you do then? By then his absence had been noted by others. I didn't tell anyone about the meeting because I thought it would look bad on his permanent record. I see. Do you have any reason to believe he wanted to leave the ship? He never mentioned that to me, and we were pretty close. Did he seem unhappy about something? I wouldn't say that. He seemed preoccupied lately, but definitely not unhappy. Preoccupied with what? I don't know. He never told me. Did he have any enemies aboard? Why do you ask? Do you think someone wanted to get rid of him? I'm just trying to be thorough. How can you make enemies on a sun deck? I don't know. Maybe he got a bit too personal with somebody's wife. I suppose that's possible, but he always seemed to be so professional. That is all. See you later, then. I just think that this area back there kind of reminds me of Crimson Skies for some reason. I don't know, I guess because I feel like I'm on a blimp above the city, and you see like planes going by and stuff, and it just reminds me of that game for some reason. I really like that game. Get in there. I remember having to do the boss fight twice for Crimson Skies. Because I beat the boss, and then I crashed, and I had to do it all over again. Dr. Busboy. I'm investigating the disappearance of Victor 11. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions? I was afraid this might happen. Why do you say that? When I heard he was missing this morning, I got a bad feeling, like I knew something was wrong. Hearing that the captain ordered an investigation confirms that. He hasn't just missed his shift anymore. He's gone. That's still to be decided. What do you know about his disappearance? What do you want to know? Tell me about Victor 11. How well did you know him? Hardly at all. I bumped into him every once in a while when bussing tables on the sun deck. That's pretty much it. Do you have any problems to know about his life was sunshine and butterflies until he went missing. If you know anything, you're more than welcome to contribute. I'm sorry, but the last guy I told went missing, so I'm a bit reluctant confiding in others. That's interesting. Let me guess, you want me to do something for you first? Nothing like that. You don't gain somebody's trust by submitting yourself as their errand boy. Yeah? Then how? Prove to me that you don't think I'm crazy. Prove to me that there's a conspiracy going on board, and I'll reconsider trusting you. What? Did Victor 11 want to leave the ship? Not before he knew what was going on board. What would that be? That's what we've been trying to figure out. Wait, no. What did he say? Not before he knew what... That's weird. Do you have any enemies on board? Given the circumstances, don't you think that's likely? He still might come back. Your optimism is touching. Tell me more about this circumstances of his disappearance. When was the last time you saw him? He came to me during a break and asked if I would be in my cabin later that evening. He said he found something he wanted to show me. What did he want to show? I don't know. He never turned up. Ooh. Ominous. What do you do on night of his disappearance? I went to bed listening to the radio. Do you see or hear anything out of the ordinary? As I was drifting off to sleep, I thought I heard raised voices outside the cabin. I peeked through the porthole to see what the fuss was about. And? It was just Victor 11 and the head servant, Victor 7. Okay, they were engaged in another one of their arguments. About what? I didn't listen, frankly. They didn't like each other, but had to make the best of a bad situation. How did you find I was missing? I thought it was strange they didn't show up last night. I thought I might have fallen asleep and missed them knocking. But when they paged him over the PA system this morning, I got this sinking feeling in my stomach like I knew something was wrong. Did you report it? It was just a feeling, as absence had already been noted. All right. Tell me more about the other crew members particularly. Dead servant, Victor 7. Between you and me, I consider him too stupid to be a threat. What was his relation to Victor 11? They didn't get along and were constantly butting heads. What did they argue about? Mainly small day-to-day things. Somebody used the other's aftershave or stepped in the other's bunk with shoes on. That type of stuff. The captain's aide, Victor 3. That guy wants a command position so badly he's waiting right outside the door. What was his relationship to Victor 11? They didn't socialize. The captain's aide is only interested in being friends with people above his station. The bartender. Everybody knows he's a rubbish bartender. I don't know how he does it, but somehow he's managed to avoid demotion for quite some time. What do you think that is? He's crafty. Back when he worked below deck, I heard he was suspected of framing a young cadet in order to take credit for his work. Nothing could be proved, so the case was dropped. 2 months later, he was promoted to head of cabin services. But lately, his luck seems to be running out. How come? He failed to deliver drink order to the captain on more than one occasion. It's hard to blame that on someone else. I guess he's run out of cadets to manipulate. The captain? With the things that go on board, I'm sure she's the only reason I'm still on the ship. She holds her guiding hand over me. What things would that be? There's something wrong with this place. Can't you feel it? Like what? I said too much already. Back. So, see you later then. Okay, so I gotta frame somebody or cause problems, and I gotta prove a conspiracy for him. As a standard issue radio receiver, probably use listening, yeah. So I could be Victor 6 or Victor 9. Drink book. All kinds of drinks. So I could make another drink if I wanted to. Maybe flavor it with rat poison? Who knows? Let's go talk to the bartender. I think these 2 doors over here are locked. Or is this my bedroom? This must be my bedroom, is it? Yeah, it is. Okay. The bunk belongs to the bartender. Okay, us and the bartender are buddies now. It contains standard issue clothes and uniforms. Nothing out of the ordinary. How about the lamp? Lamp is screwed to the desktop. I guess that comes handy during rough weather. Weather is a standard issue radio receiver. Yeah. No, that's not what I clicked on the wrong thing twice. So I could turn these taps for some reason. What would be the reason behind it? This is going to be a something to do with some kind of puzzle. So this mermaid is a decorative mermaid statuette. The door is locked. So that's his bunk, obviously. Did I talk to him? That's all. I suppose I could report my findings one at a time, but let's go to the sun deck. Have a look around. This is the sun deck. Is where Victor 11 worked before he went missing. It looks pretty normal to me. Yeah, examine deck chair. There's nothing odd about the deck chair. What is this deck chair? Why can't I click on it? Oh, I can examine all of them? Is there anything? I'm just going to examine them. Oh, God. You get stuck. There's nothing odd about this deck chair. Sure. That was this one. No. Nope. What was this? It shields you from the sun. Yeah, I know that. Is there anything else? I was looking for small things I might have missed. I've certainly missed some other things in this game. I kind of wish there was a button you could push. Standard issue preserver, yeah. I wonder how this puzzle is going to work out. Is it going to be, say, something like, hey, look at the third one from the right. And there'll be something on it or something. Let's talk to this dork. I'm investigating the disappearance of Victor 11. You mind if I ask you a few questions? So the captain's maid, you were a little... Sorry, I had to yawn. You were a little snitch, has she? What? No, I'm not a snitch. I'm just kidding, sport. Ask away. No, you weren't. You were not kidding. You meant it. Well, did you know him? Well enough. We weren't bosom buddies or anything, but we got along fine. We had occasional turf disputes when a guest from the sun deck caused a problem at the bar and vice versa. Nothing serious. He came here for an occasional shot every now and then if he had a rough shift. I never saw him flat out drunk, though. He drank on duty? That's commonplace on board cruise ships. What else is there to do? Go dancing? Stay here long enough and you'll start doing it as well. Won't the passengers smell it on you? That's why they invented adriftment. And most of them are way more sauced than we are anyway. Drinking on the job. Did he have any other problems I should know about? You mean substance abuse? That's pretty rare among service staff. They test us, you see. The guys down engineering, though, they're always high on something. And who can blame them, right? What's so bad about engineering? Did Victor 11 want to leave the ship? He fought hard to be promoted to sun deck service. Competition for a top deck position is fierce. There's no way he throw that away. I just imagine downstairs there's hundreds of us just running around. There's no way he throw that away. When was the last time you saw him? He came to the bar late last night. Stood just about where you are standing now. Had a few drinks to unwind after his shift. Did he talk to anybody at the bar? He said hi to some passengers, but aside from that, he was alone. He seemed like he was waiting for someone. Ooh. Don't know. Nobody showed up. Did he drink enough to become impaired in any way? Could he have fallen overboard? Overboard? That sounds like... Oh, we could be high enough up that... I thought this was an airship. Where did I get the impression that this was an airship? That sounds unlikely to me. He walked straight as the arrow when he left. When was that? About 11 or 12. Was there anything that seemed strange about him last night? Not that I recall. He just stood there, doodling away on a napkin. What did he draw? Something that might be related to what you're looking for. You can have it, but first something I need you to help me with. What now? Ever since I came on board, the captain's been asking me to make her a Bloody Mary. But because of the rationing, some ingredients are nigh impossible to get a hold of. What do you want me to do about it? Make me a Bloody Mary, and I'll give you the napkin. Sounds fair, I guess. Why is the drink so important? I don't know if you're aware of this, but I'm next in line for a command position. You probably heard rumors about it. No, fulfilling this drink order might be the thing that pushes me over the golden line. Do me this favor, and I might be able to pull some strings for you once I'm on the bridge. Sounds fair, I guess. Thanks. This really means a lot to me. Oh. Could I get him demoted? Tell me about the crew, particularly the busboy, Victor 4. Who's Victor 4? Oh, okay, that guy's a busboy. Okay. The guy is too high-strung for his own good. The only reason he's allowed up here is due to some mental ailment. The guy's afraid of his own shadow. The doctors thought some fresh air would do him good. When I was fresh on board, he used to confide all these wacko theories to me. As a bartender, that comes with the job. This guy was talking headache-inducing tinfoil hat stuff. After a while, I just stopped listening. He must know us because he stopped talking to me pretty much entirely. These days, mostly keeps to himself. What kind of theories did he talk about? That there is something wrong with the ship, but she's looking pretty good to me, eh? What was his relationship to Victor 11? Didn't have much contact, but I saw them talking more and more lately. In a friendly fashion? They weren't exactly cracking jokes, but they seemed to get along. I don't know if it was a friendship, though. They seemed more like schoolboys sharing the secret of a hidden porn stash. What were they talking about? The weather. I've never heard them talking about anything else. Are you lying to me? Aside from his usually inflated ego, he's pretty unremarkable. What was his relationship to Victor 11? They share cabins, so they must have known each other pretty well. I never saw them do anything together, though. Why do you think that is? I think they were pretty tired of each other. Captain's aide, standing so close to the bridge has given him an inflated sense of importance. He's just a glorified missioner boy with no real authority. What was his relationship to Victor 11? Pretty non-existent. The captain's aide doesn't like to mix with the rest of us. I suspect he thinks it'll adversely affect his chances of getting promoted. Captain? She's a living legend. I'm really honored to be serving under her command. I guess it is her dream. Her service during the Great War is legendary. What was her relationship to Victor 11? He wasn't part of the command crew. I doubt she knew him other than as a name in the personnel files. Back. That is all. See you later then. So that's interesting. We gotta find a Bloody Mary, find a conspiracy theory, and get somebody fired. I wonder if I could do all three at one time. So what is the recipe for that's a rat poison, a Bloody Mary? I'm not up on my mixology. Do I turn pages again? Oh, right. Tom Collins, sidecar. White Russian. Oh. I've had a good experience with books in this game. The last book I read was nonsense, literally. Bloody Mary, 1 part of French vermouth, 7 parts gin, tomato juice, hot sauce, lemon juice, Worcestershire sauce, mix vermouth, gin, and tomato well and pour into a glass. Add dashes of lemon, hot sauce, Worcestershire sauce, and stir gently. I see. Interesting. Vermouth, gin, and I know I have Worcestershire sauce. Alright. That's interesting. Let's report this to the captain's aide. Just to see what he says. I hope this is not a hint system, because that would suck. I hate getting hints. I'd like to report my findings. Alright, what have you turned out so far? Victor 11 had an argument with Victor 7 just before disappearing. Victor 11's, the bartender says Victor 11 wasn't drunk enough to stumble overboard. I guess we scratched that theory off the list then. I'll report your findings to the captain. Victor 11 had a meeting with somebody just before his disappearance. With who? I don't know. Try to find out. Whoever he was meeting might know more about his disappearance if he didn't cause it outright. I'll try, sir. I'll report the meetings to the captain in the meantime. This is the best lead we've had so far. With the report, I've been told to promote you to the rank of assistant third class. Ooh. Was that rapport? Okay. Is that spelling aid or is it a word I'm not familiar with? Victor 11 had an argument with Victor 7 just before disappearing. Really? We knew they weren't fond of each other, but to hear they had an argument on the night of the disappearance is troubling news. I think I'd report this to the captain. Good work, apprentice. With that report, I've been told to promote you to rank of assistant second class. Awesome. That is all. Auto saving. So that's interesting. So I guess we'll get into actually trying to figure out those puzzles now. Which is going to be slightly annoying. It can be annoying. I'm going to call this one here. We did some investigating. We got promoted a couple of ranks. Or was it 3 ranks? I think it was 2, wasn't it? And next time we'll set about trying to do these little puzzles that these guys want. Like make the Blood Mary and whatnot. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have been enjoying these episodes, please consider liking and subscribing. Or checking out the other adventure games series I've been doing. Like Stasis or Grim Fandango. I hope you enjoyed it. And see you later. Now, what -1 health beyond. 3 health at 1 tile range. Let's cast this on this arsehole. Ooh, I got another prestige for that. I forgot about that. And then was oh, I can't grab that town. Oh, poop. I forgot I was going to get hurt there. Not a big deal. You stupid bear. You better stay away from that spirit stone. Maybe she's after me. River. I don't know what she's doing. It was a good thing I didn't put that decree to stay out of